If you are an ADA holder, if you are interested in getting involved in Cardano, if you're wondering about the state of the network or everything that Cardano has coming up in its pipeline, going into spring, going into the end of the year, in this video, I'm going to clue you in. I'm going to play you 3 exclusive video clips. I'm going to keep you updated, everything you need to know. So if you hold Cardano, make sure you like the video. Let's start right here. ADA has held a price point over $1 for 33, now 34 days straight. Are you bullish on Cardano? Are you bearish on Cardano? Let me clue you in to the state of the network, and then I'm going to play you a pretty revealing video clip about the future of Cardano. Taking a look at the screen right now, 6 charts show that Cardano's ecosystem is unequivocally, unarguably growing. Check this out. 120 ADA just went back into staking. 6 different metrics. Number of delegated wallets trending up. Total number of ADA staked trending up. Average number of ADA per delegated wallet trending down. This makes sense as ADA's price rises and the network becomes more distributed. Number of ADA wallets generally trending up. Number of new ADA wallets per day seems to be trending up. Percent total ADA wallets staking trending up. Yet, staking your ADA is only just the beginning. As soon as April, but sometime this spring, smart contracts are coming to Cardano, going to make them fully competitive with Ethereum. And if you combine that functionality with Project Catalyst, basically think of this as Cardano's incubator for different projects in the Cardano ecosystem, not only helping Cardano projects monetarily, but also strategically. Basically, everything or many things that, the things that get people excited about Ethereum, the things that, bring people into the Ethereum ecosystem will be available to do on Cardano, such as NFTs. Let's listen to a 60-second clip. Charles Hoskinson pontificating, talking about the plans for NFTs on Cardano and how they're doing things just a little bit different.
So you all will have noticed that I've been playing around with NFTs lately. It's a nice little thing to think about, explore. We're talking a lot these days about getting everything in place for Alonzo, and there's a lot to do. Oracles, there's stable coins, DEXs, and NFT marketplaces have become a big deal. Go figure. One of the things I'm trying to figure out is everything about that marketplace. I did a crude business model canvas, and I was looking at things like, what is the intellectual property story? How do you handle fraud and dispute resolution? This is a multi-sided market, so what's customer acquisition costs? What does churn look like? What are the barriers to exit in this market? And how do you make them sticky? And also, these tweets I've sold on Ethereum, what stops me from selling them again on the Cardano blockchain? I'm a capitalist. I can just simply double my money. Yeah, okay, there's provenance and uniqueness, but this is the ADA version versus the Ether version. And why is one more valuable than the other, and so forth? So there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to do. And it's certainly one of the most exciting things in our industry. And I can see where a lot of these cool things go. And actually, what's cool is that a lot of these problems about metadata, identity, authentication, problems about governance, we have native capabilities built into Cardano, from Catalyst to our metadata standard to how we handle native multi-asset, that I think will make us probably long-term one of the best platforms to issue, curate, and transfer an NFT from one party to another party. So that's going to be an exciting thing to explore. And I actually think it would be really exciting to also examine trusted hardware, amongst other things, because there you can get proofs of guaranteed erasure, where an NFT could be transferred from one place to another and the prior representation of it can be destroyed. So you have a uniqueness. The very same thing that could do that with a private key could potentially do that with an NFT.
Hold on. Don't go anywhere. There is a lot more to this story. Just about to play you a clip. Charles Hoskinson talking about UNISWAP on Cardano, talking about the current big NFT marketplaces coming over, integrating with Cardano if they so choose. And basically, Ethereum's network effect in general, Charles Hoskinson is not worried. Check out what he has to say here.
Many of you may have noticed that I don't care so much about network effect because we live in an age where network effect is not sticky in many cases. I have witnessed, as have you, platforms with hundreds of millions of users die in a matter of months to years. Every video game is very popular. If you know these AAA games, Red Dead Redemption, Cyberpunk, and so forth. And if you look at the gameplay usage, it tends to die off unless there's something to have people keep coming back and be sticky. It wasn't too long ago that World of Warcraft was like the shit, and it has definitely uh, not succeeded as much as it used to. The same for EverQuest, the same for all of these other things. And those are among the most addictive and sticky of experiences. So networks have to have a reason to survive, and they have to go through a continual process of reinforcement, reinvention, and proper use and utility. Even things like Windows, which sought to be indomitable, they may die because they just simply no longer are the model. The same for mainframe computers and so forth. So that's one dimension of network effect. The other is that a lot of the network effect is borrowed. If you're Uniswap, you don't wake up every day saying, boy, how do I make Vitalik Buterin and Ethereum rich? You're a platform for liquidity. You're thinking about primary and secondary offerings. You're thinking about trading, and you're saying, I don't care if the trading occurs on EOS or Tezos or Cardano. What matters to me is predictable cost. What matters to me is people who are using the system are paying low fees, are having a good experience, that this is a better product than a traditional centralized exchange. And ultimately, my path to getting 1 billion customers is clear. So what does that mean? It means that most of DeFi will become multi-chain out of necessity, and a lot of DeFi will nest at a race to the bottom. So that seldom will be a completely decentralized platform. It'll be some hybridization of permission and permissionless. And that's probably not going to be the thing that gets your platforms where you need to go. The social dynamics are far more important. That said, it's easy to clone these protocols. It's easy to partner with these. Just in NFTs, we've already approached several of the top 10 marketplaces and already begun discussions of porting them over to Cardano, because why not? It's an easy conversation. It's just engineering resources, and we're scaling up capacity there specifically for these types of relationships. And we'll do the exact same for other protocols above and beyond just NFT marketplaces. Eventually, we'll probably see these things with other DEXs and oracles and so forth. And eventually, as I said, it's a race to the bottom because we think the bets we've made on our operating model long term will be superior to other platforms. Within a few year band, it wouldn't surprise me to see most of them migrate over to us. Because why would you want to pay more money, especially if you're not giving up customers to transfer over? So that's what makes this fun.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So it seems that Cardano is building a lot of momentum this year. You're going to want to make sure you are subscribed to this channel because we keep you updated on a daily basis. Make sure you join the Altcoin Daily team. And perhaps the most inspiring clip yet, if you are a Cardano holder, listen to Charles Hoskinson articulate where Cardano is today reminds him of Ethereum's early years, years that he was a part of, and just basically the long-term outlook that Cardano is taking in general. In my opinion, ADA is one to watch in 2021. That being said, Charles, take it away.
What's most exciting about Cardano this year is that many of the pieces are coming together to enable the creativity of an amazing community to go and do some really crazy cool things. The last time I saw that at the same level that we're currently at was at the birth of Ethereum. So deep in my heart, it makes me really believe that we've kind of captured that spirit and momentum. And we're going to see enormous amounts of innovation, enormous amounts of just crazy ideas, many of which won't work. And that's okay. We haven't given up any ground. In fact, we just keep gaining. We just keep adding. In fact, I'm probably going to spend more money on scientific research this year than in any point in my career. I suspect our research budget for just basic sciences and industrial research will be 15 to $30 million. To give you a sense of that, there were years in our company's history where that was our entire yearly budget for every single thing we're doing. And that's just now the scientific spending. So things are definitely growing here. We're probably going to hire between 100 to 200 people this year alone to augment, add to the existing work lines that we have. In addition to that, we're starting to see very substantive commercial success and making headway in the Fortune 500 and in the governmental space. And so in the coming months, we'll have more to say about that. But I think our investments we made in being the adults in the room in terms of doing the research, doing the formal methods, doing the code right, and just being very clever about governance are going to pay huge dividends and allow us to win the long game. Cardano has always been a long game. I don't particularly care about the day-to-day markets and the day-to-day social media storms, positive or negative. It is nice when everybody's praising you, and you got to take that with when everybody's criticizing you. And some days we win, some days we don't, but we never lose focus of where we're going and why we're going there, and the mission, which is to give economic identity to those who don't have it. And I'd like to believe that there are now hundreds of thousands of people floating around the world, if not a million, who have that same mission. And they've made my mission their mission. And then together we can succeed. So thank you so much for listening. And let's have some fun. Cheers.